Let's talk about business. Why business? Well, because most of our club members are businessmen. Our founder, which is a brilliant guy, he's a scientist, a philosopher, sociologist, lawyer. He does a lot for the world, not just himself, and that's why he is great. And he made a speech about businesses. So to sum it up, this is what he talked about. He said, why do a lot of businesses fail is because they don't know the history of business, and really they don't know what they're doing. They're trying to copy someone, but they don't deeply understand what they're doing. And then he brought up three models of business that was kind of okay. So there was a philosopher, I don't remember his name right now, but he had said that everything that we have in our modern world is just a copy of the past. So we've had everything in the past, in the world history, but what we have now is like the absurd version of the past. Okay? Now, transferring back to the three models that he offered, and this is a great tool for every businessman to try to comprehend. So you have a model of a ship, you have a model of an army, and then you have a religious structure. Okay, so try to analyze your business. What are you based on those three? Are you so usually the type of businesses that sell goods and trade goods? Those are religious structures, and they're built like a religious structure. Then there's things like a ship and things like an army, and usually the army is something like a factory. You have an owner of maybe many factories. He is the commander of the army, and there's different ranks throughout that army that make it function. And then there's the ship, which is kind of a universal model. It could be used in different businesses. So this tool, this is a great tool to use. If your business is falling apart, or if you want to construct a business, and you're just watching YouTube videos and trying to copy someone's house flipping scheme, or make money somehow. Making money and a business are completely different things. If you're making money by yourself, that's a sole proprietorship. I would compare that to a little boat, little paddle boat that's swimming around, and instead of a ship, instead of an army or a religious structure, you're just a little paddle boat, and it shouldn't be considered a business. It's just a sole proprietorship. It's not a business. A business is when you have a structure that's under your control, and so on. So if you are trying to build a business, first you got to choose which model you're more interested in. You want it to be an army, you want it to be a model of a ship, or the religious structure. Okay, but then again, you have to start deeply researching those structures, how they function and how they work. Right now, why everything is falling apart, because we've moved very far away from those type of structures, and we kind of forgot about them. And I'm talking about the things that are going on right now in America. Everything is falling apart because we're moving away from those historical structures that have been working for many years, and we know that they work because they've proved themselves to work. And then you have all these new books that are written about new business that it doesn't really have any type of model. It says everybody should be equal. You know, you should pet everybody on their heads and give them kittens so they feel comfortable while they're working. You know, there's all these crazy things that are written, and the only reason that I can come up with why those books are written are to ruin businesses. That's really the only thing that comes to my mind. And what's the reason for ruining them? That's a whole different story. I don't know, maybe to come in and take over that business. Well, when it's ruined, it's very easy to take over and say, hey, I know what to do. And then they implement one of those three models into the business and take over. So I just wanted to talk about that tool because I just listened to this presentation, and it's quite amazing. And if you guys dig deep and understand deeply how a ship works, what kind of ranks there are, who does what, and then transfer that into business or the army or the religious structure, I mean, you can really understand what you're doing, and you have a much, much bigger chance of succeeding in any business. Thank you for your attention. And I will also leave a link to that Zoom meeting under this video, so you can go ahead and watch and listen to it from the actual people. You know, I had to make this video because this information is really good. It's really good for everybody, really, to kind of understand and get back to our roots.